You talk about Jack Snowball, your quarterback John Kuss returning after starting the last 3 games last season and filling in rather admirably for Nate Heidemann when he went out. You've got the sophomore Martese Jackson, who as a freshman ran for 842 yards and 5 touchdowns. And don't forget your stud fullback in Bret Boffman. All-around team player is Bret. Led the team in scoring last year. So we're getting ready for the kickoff, and the kicker will be Wadsworth soccer player Luis Escudero. And it's a good kick fielded by number 3. That's Garrett McQuate, a junior, and they get it out to about the 21-yard line.
Yeah, nice kick there by Escudero to start the season off for the Grizzlies. And looked like number 47, Nick Miller, did a great job getting down there, busting the wedge and making the tackle. So good start for the Grizzlies. John, it'll be interesting tonight too when you think of the strengths of these two teams. You know, the Grizzlies are going to probably take a ground and pound approach here with their running attack and that big offensive line, and quite the opposite here with Ashland with the spread offense and 5 wide, a lot of passing.
Bernhard's first varsity start, and he hands it to number 7 Marquise Jones, the senior. And we're going to see a lot of misdirection handoffs. The receivers coming out of that slot, right motion in front of the quarterback. A lot of motion. Grizzlies are there to stop it.
Yeah, you can see Marquise Jones right there at the first carry. He is a shifty character. Made some real nice quick moves right there to pick up about 4 yards on first down.
We'll give you some of the Grizzly defensive players that will see a lot of time starting and rotating in and out after this play. Bernhard just takes the snap. It's a quick out for a first down to number 12, and that would be Brandon Nardo, the senior receiver we mentioned at the beginning of the broadcast. For Wadsworth on defense, you're going to see a lot of Tyler Perry, Nick Tavanello, Nick Miller, Byron Brown, Nick Seamy we didn't mention, Roger, the big 6'3", 226 junior. He'll see a lot of playing time and be a key player for Coach Dennison this year. Bret Boffman, main linebacker there in the middle, as it's 1st and 10 for the Arrows. Bernhard from the 26, going to go long over the middle, and it's a little wide for Nardo this time, and he just swats it down. Ryan Wise going to see some time at linebacker for Coach Dennison. And the secondary last season gave up quite a lot of yards per game through the air, and they're hoping that'll be solidified with the likes of Chester Foth, Anthony Pappas, John Kuss, and C.J. Edwards.
Yeah, they'll be tested tonight in the secondary, and that's for sure. You can already see this Ashland attack.
Well, the first 4 teams on Wadsworth's schedule feature spread offenses, so it'll be good practice tonight for this D. In trouble was Bernhardt. Wide open, though, was Nardo over the middle. And he caught it at the 45 and drags it to about the 48.
Well, what a big target Nardo is, John. At 6'4", 190 pounds. You could see, and he did a nice job catching the ball at its highest point right there and extending his long arms. He is a tall drink of water and did a nice job getting open there for a first down. You can see how quickly Ashland gets up, gets on the line of scrimmage, and gets going. They like this fast pace.
Center Clark Hart going to snap it to Bernhard. Bernhard going to go to his left this time. Another quick out pass. And that is Josh Duell, the senior receiver we also mentioned earlier.
Looks like Tyler Perry, number 85, making the tackle. But, John, look at this. They get right up on the line of scrimmage. You can see what they're doing. All the receivers are looking over to the sideline. They're getting the call. Quarterback comes up, makes the call, tells the lineman what the protection is or what the play is, and they're ready to go.
It's 1st and 10 now from the Wadsworth 39. Slow snap. Bernhard got it out quick to Marquise Jones, and he's tackled inside the 30-yard line. First one there was Anthony Pappas, the senior defensive back.
Got the replay coming up, a little low snap, but you see Bernhard does a nice job of catching it. And, boy, it's so neat when you watch teams that run this offense well, knowing where to go with the ball and getting it out of the quarterback's hands quickly, and these guys are very good at it.
2nd and short. Bernhard again, way back 6 yards from the ball for the shotgun formation. Looking over the middle, then he lobs one. They're intercepted! It's intercepted by Martese Jackson! Martise takes it to the 40, and boy, what a way to start on defense for Martise. Here's a replay of that interception.
John, we want to credit Nick Tavanello because you're going to see the big man coming through right here, and there's the pressure. He's got to get that ball out of his hands. He doesn't.
It was tipped.
Tipped, and Martise Jackson taking away that hook to curl, sitting back in zone, picks it off, and a huge play for the Grizzlies.
It was thrown a little behind Josh Duell, the intended receiver, and he kind of tipped it right into the hands of Martise Jackson, the sophomore.
Great job by Martise picking that up. Grizzly offense in business on the 39-yard line.
Here is senior John Kuss. Had over 400 yards rushing. Snowball, first carry of the season. And there's the strength of Jack Snowball down to the 45. You know he's itching to make something happen.
I was just going to say, we've missed seeing that. It's a hard year for him last year, and it's just so wonderful to see him carrying that football, running people over and doing it what he does best. So, great run.
And Jack is now listed, Roger, at 6'2", and the thing I love about him, you know, he is bigger and stronger, but he's a kid who can carry the ball 30 times and be stronger and better on the 30th carry than he was on the first.
Yeah, he is a workhorse, there's no doubt.
Shotgun, fake handoff to Boffman. Kuss keeps it to the midfield, and he's pushed down behind by number 41, Spencer Cooper, senior defensive end for the Arrows.
Now, John, we talked a lot about the Ashland offense. The Grizzlies offense is going to be a running attack, and you're going to see all kinds of guys carrying the football. Kuss is a great ball carrier. Snowball's a great ball carrier. Boffman, the fullback. Martise Jackson, you got a lot of guys that can carry the mail for the Grizzlies.
Yeah, Kuss 490 yards of total offense in 3 starts last season. I formation, familiar Grizzly setup. Cody Fox in motion. And a trap up the middle to Boffman. He's real good at that play.
Yep, they're going to mix it up, and the different guys are going to carry the ball. And it's going to be a challenge because Ashland's defense, they run a 5-3 defense. They got 8 guys in the box. It is a defense that is designed specifically to stop the run. Look for the Grizzlies to do a little bit of play action. They'll try to do some run fakes that turn into passes and see if they can hit some big plays in the passing game.
Boffman averaged 6 yards a carry as a junior last year. Did have 6 rushing touchdowns, 2nd and 8 for Wadsworth from the 45. And we have a flag delay a game going to be called on the Grizzlies.
Oh. Too long there. It looked like they tried to go on a longer count maybe to keep the defensive lineman from timing the snap count up or draw them offside. So it's going to back the Grizzlies up and bring up a 2nd down and 11.
Coach Dennison now in his 17th season as head coach of the Grizzlies, and his stellar record of 112-58 coming into this one. 2nd and 13 now. Snowball in motion. Kuss going to keep it up the middle again. He goes! Here comes the speed. John Kuss headed to the end zone with a flag as Kuss hit about the 10. Kuss in the end zone. Let's see what the call is.
I don't know if there was a holding downfield.
Well, he's a real good athlete as Kuss, and they are going to call it holding on the Grizzlies.
Yeah, it's a shame it's going to come back, but boy, that was a heck of a run by John Kuss right there. And it must have been downfield because it came in late and it was way.
He was at the 10 when the flag. Here's a replay. Don't know if we'll see the hold.
No, I think it was downfield, but we'll see.
He's in the end zone already.
It was one of the receivers blocking downfield right in here. This is where the flag came in.
Good. Give us another sideline penalty.
With Snowball absent last season, Roger, Kuss was the team's 2nd leading rusher behind Martise Jackson. Kuss 451 yards rushing. I mentioned 490 total, but he averaged 7 yards per carry and did have 4 rushing touchdowns, and that was really the last 3 games of the season.
Yeah, he ran wild in the second half of the season.
So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 15 now for Wadsworth. And it's Snowball, cuts it around the left side, has an open lane to the corner. Touchdown, Grizzly Bears. Jack Snowball with a 15-yarder, his first touchdown of his senior season, one of many more to come.
Outstanding. Great job. Look at the blocking. Tyler Perry out on the tight end job. Look at that block. That
little
was
Barry
great,
Sanders like there on the cut around the left side.
Jack makes a little stutter step, sees the opening, hits the corner, and the Grizzlies are on the board with their first touchdown of the year.
Holder is going to be Matt Alec for Luis Escudero, the Wadsworth soccer player. The snap was bad, but Alec got it down. Kick is up, and it is good. So with 7:51 to go in the first quarter, Wadsworth strikes first. They lead it 7-0.
Great job there by Escudero with the snap. The timing and the hold were a little off, but Escudero did a great job keeping his concentration, going through his steps, and putting that ball through the upright. So wonderful start. I'll tell you what, you couldn't ask for a better start right there. You got a Ashland high-powered offense, and to come in with a new quarterback, Grizzlies get a turnover. They run the ball like they want to do and control some clock, score a touchdown, get back out here and play some more defense. And, you know, John, too, you know, I always love to give credit to the offensive linemen for those touchdowns. And, boy, the offensive linemen just did a wonderful, wonderful job there, you know, all the way around blocking. You got your tackles. You got Paladar and Mackey. You got your guards, Tavanello and Hamblin, and John Roberts, the center. And you just saw a nice block there by Tyler Perry. And great job by the big guys up front.
Could we see a shootout? Boy, Escudero drills one into the end zone.
Boy, that one had some wings on it. He really put a foot into that. That's a great kick. Into the corner and
unreturnable.
Start on the 20, unreturnable. It's going to start on the 20. Great kick.
Well, take a quick look at the series history between these two teams, Roger. There's goes way back, but new Week 1 opponent for Wadsworth in the Ashland Arrows, and they haven't played them since back in the 60s, but we'll take a look at that graphic maybe after this play and give you an idea of when these two teams have played before. As Bernhard is back out there, 6'3", 210, senior quarterback. And it's blocked, running in and blocking it. Big Nick Seamy, his 6'3" frame, puts the arms in the air and knocks the pass down.
Here's the replay coming up here. You're going to see Big Nick coming off the edge, doing a great job, getting his hands up and knocking that pass down. So outstanding.
Well, and that pass rush going to be big tonight, Roger, with this spread offense. You put pressure on Bernhard, he's going to start chucking it all over the place like we saw in that first drive. Jackson getting the INT. 2nd and 10 from the 20. Low snap. Bernhard picks it up, rolls out. He's in trouble again. Low pass, but it looked like it was caught at the shoelaces by Marquise Jones.
But that was a heck of a catch.
Not sure he didn't trap that on the ground.
Took that right off his toe, but Bret Boffman, linebacker, was right there to bring him down for a short gain. And they've had some trouble with the snaps here tonight, John. 3rd down and about 9 here.
They kind of screened that one over the middle, but let's see who jumped here. Red or white? It's going to be on.
That's our 3rd penalty.
The Grizzlies. Yep. 3rd penalty of the first quarter for Wadsworth.
Yep, you get a good look at the Grizzly coaches, John Yagi there.
Yagi, the offensive line and linebackers coach.
Coach Dennison there.
It'll be 3rd and 4 on the penalty from their own 26-yard line.
See if the Grizzlies come with pressure again.
Here it comes. Oh, what a catch made at the 30-yard line.
He's short, though. I think that, yeah, they're going to mark it short.
It was a great hit by Wadsworth's Nick Miller, the senior defensive tackle.
Here's the
and
replay
hit
here.
as he throws.
Boy, great job by Miller with the pressure, and you can see.
And it's Marquise Jones there with the good catch.
Yeah, he had to.
4th and 1. They're going to try to get the Grizzlies to jump.
Sides or
no.
go for
Quarterback
it. Go for it. They didn't get it.
They did not get it.
They didn't get it.
The Grizzlies stop them on 4th and 1. Tried the little QB sneak. Didn't work. Grizzlies going to take over on the Ashland 29.
Wow, Scott Valentine, that is a gutsy call right there, going for it. And not wanting to give the ball right back to the Grizzlies, but wow, that could really backfire on them. And what a great job by the Grizzly defensive line to shove the Ashland line back, and first down for the Grizzlies. Look at that.
There it is.
They just did not get any movement at all. They went backwards. Great job by the Grizzly defensive lineman.
Kuss now under center. John Roberts tosses the snowball. Stutter steps inside the 25.
The ball came out, but I believe it came out late.
He was down.
Yeah. You see Grizzlies running a little toss play. A little sweep. You see Boffman leading. Jack Snowball doing a good job, getting positive yards, running hard. He kind of gets upended. Ball came out late at the end, but it's a nice 5-yard carry on first down. And that's right what the Grizzlies want to do with that running game. Get positive yards on first down.
2nd and 5 from the 24. And onto his left shoulder side is Bret Boffman. Everyone else lined up as receivers. Little jet sweep fake. Kuss keeps it himself. Some nice cuts to get away from the defense. Kuss cuts it inside, spins down to the 16. So Kuss, boy, when you worry about Snowball, here comes John Kuss. So
yep, you're going to see it here. Just gets it, fakes the handoff, cuts right inside the guy that takes the run fake. But boy, that was a nifty move right there that John made. And then just doing a good job, getting positive yards, get the first down. Keep the chains moving, keep the clock running.
4th first down of the night for the Grizzlies. Leading at 7-0 here in the first quarter. There's a little quick one to Boffman. It's a Coach Dennison favorite.
It is, and boy, they're sticking right to that game plan, John. They're just mixing it up. Different guys are carrying the ball, and you know, make Ashland figure out who you're going to go to next. And
well,
it's a good approach here. It's working so far.
It's a 2nd down and a long 7.
A 2nd and 7 here.
Comes Cody Fox in motion again. Kuss gonna keep it again to the 10. Stopped there. Gain of about 3.
Yeah, it's going to be a big down now coming up for the Grizzlies.
Now, if we could look at that series history between these two, tonight is the 5th meeting between Wadsworth and Ashland, and the Grizzlies lead the all-time series 4-0. Only 4 meetings between these two, and maybe we'll take a look at that after this.
3rd and 4 here, big down here for the Grizzlies.
Quick one to Boffman. He steps over the middle of the line to the 6-yard line.
Yeah, let's see where they mark it now, because this is going to be close. If he didn't pick it up, it's going to be awful close. And Coach Dennison's going to have a decision here. So Coach Valentine go for it on 4th ground. We'll see 4th down. See if the Grizzlies will have to make that choice or not.
Well, maybe we could look at that graphic now that we have a timeout. The series history, as you look at Coach Dennison talking to his senior quarterback, there it is, 5th meeting. Wadsworth leads at 4-0. Look at the years that these two played. First down for Wadsworth as you take a look at that. Back in 1917, Wadsworth and Ashland played, and 1919, and then the last 2 times they played, 68 and 69, and
that is an old rivalry.
Touchdown. Snowball.
All right, 1st and 10, 1st and goal. Grizzlies are in business.
it's Snowball inside the 5, keeps it trucking down to about the 1.
He almost got in.
Turned the shoulders there at the last second, but just stopped short. The nose of the ball right in front of that goal line.
Yep. 3 minutes, 19 seconds, clock running down here in the first quarter.
And you folks at home, maybe as soon as that sun goes down behind our press box here, you'll be able to see that clock on the screen. I mean, the sun just blaring on it. Kuss gonna give it to Boffman. Touchdown, Bret Boffman. 13-0 Grizzlies.
Yep, goes in standing up. Great job. When you go back, John, to the call by Coach Scott Valentine to go for it on that 4th down instead of punting the ball, you can see the replay here. Boffman does a great job finding the hole and getting that ball in the end zone. Got a nice lead block there from Martise Jackson. Good job, good line search by the left side. But that was a gutsy call, and that really did backfire on Ashland there.
It is Matt Alec again to hold, Luis Escudero to kick. And it is up and good, as we got a good snap also from John Roberts. So snap, hold, kick.
Boy, that's
all there to make it 14-0 Wadsworth.
Great start for the Grizzlies. As you see one of the team doctors there, Dr. Bob Crawford, on the sideline, welcoming the guys back along with Coach Dennison.
Let's talk about some of Coach Dennison's assistants. We mentioned John Yagi, offensive line linebackers. Rob Karavik, of course, the defensive coordinator. Sean Flaherty, offensive and defensive lines. Rob Lynn, wide receivers and linebackers. Tony Pappas, running backs, defensive backs. Barry Smith, running backs, defensive backs. And you got some more there?
Got them all. Just the freshman staff, Kirk Cresawati, Chris Beery, C.J. Matheny, and Jim O'Brien. And the middle school staff, Brent Ferguson, Scott Metzger, Kip Shipley, Jim Blinn, and Kevin Bucks. So it's great coaches there, very dedicated, very knowledgeable, and great guys to work with our Grizzly football players.
Back deep for the Arrows will be Garrett McQuate and Marquise Jones. Interesting formation on the kick return with 2 guys then in front of the deep men. Fielded at the 5 by McQuate. And he stays on his feet. Then from behind he's brought down way over in front of the Ashland bench. Looked like Anthony Pappas made the stop.
Yeah, Nick Miller, again on special teams, hustling down there. I think makes the first hit, but not able to bring him down. But then good pursuit by the Grizzlies not to give up the big return. But the Arrows do have good field position here. Going to start on about the 38-yard line. See if the Grizzlies can keep up that pressure.
Zach Bernhard awaiting the snap. He's got it. He'll keep it himself. And big number 85, Tyler Perry, 5'11", 202-pound senior, makes the tackle.
Yeah, nice job there by Tyler on a little quarterback carry.
Tyler Perry in on the stop for the Grizzlies. Gain of about 3 on the play.
Like Brandon Paladar did a good job defeating his blocker and helping out on that as well. So we bring up at 2nd and 7.
Grizzlies creeping back now, getting set for the pass. Long over the middle. Wow, what a nice play. It's fumbled, though. Picked up by the Grizzlies. It's John Kuss.
Wow.
What a great pass play from Bernhard to Josh Duell, one of their lead receivers, but he dropped the ball, and Kuss there to pick it up.
Boy, somebody makes a ball ejecting hit right here. This is nice. This is nice. Was that Chester?
That's C.J. Edwards.
C.J. Edwards. Nice job by C.J. getting a good contact and knocking that ball loose.
C.J. 5'9", 170-pound junior strong safety with the hit.
And he put every bit of those pounds into that hit right there.
1st and 10 for Wadsworth from the 47. Up 2 scores. Play action fake over the middle, wide open. Boffman catches at the 36 and tumbles over down to about the 32 of the Arrows.
There's the play action that the Coach Dennison spoke of. The running game, and all of a sudden, look, we're going to fake it to snowball. And John Kuss does a nice job completing his first pass of the year, dropping it right in there to Boffman for a big gain.
Faked out our camera guys, too.
It did.
You'll even see that on a college or pro game on TV. Those camera guys really got to watch.
A good fake.
Kuss, another fake, keeps it this time. And Arrow was there to come up and hit him hard. That looked to be like number 3, McQuate.
Just a gain of a couple there. But, yeah, John, the good fake is always worth a couple blocks. We always tell the backs and quarterbacks, good fake is worth a few blocks. You got to carry out those fakes. You got to sell them.
A lot of experience returning for these Grizzlies. 18 starters back from last season, most in the Suburban League. Kuss keeps it wide open on the right, and a nice ankle tackle made by number 34, Willie Moore, one of those good linebackers we talked about for Ashland.
See again the fake handoff now. They want you to think Boffman has it. A little sleight of hand. John Kuss doing a nice job hiding that football, getting right up in the line of scrimmage, and another first down.
Well, you can't say enough about how much that experience helped John Kuss starting those last 3 games last year. Now he's brings that great athleticism, and this summer he worked real hard, and he's throwing the ball well now, but so far the Grizzlies haven't had to throw it much. But John Kuss, that senior leadership he's going to bring to this Grizzly team, all important. We're nearing the end of the first quarter. Wadsworth leading at 14-0.
Yeah, you mentioned that John Kuss and his development last year. That was, I guess, the silver lining in the clouds last year with all the injuries that happened. That John came in there, got some great experience, proved himself as a leader, established himself as a great running quarterback, and really a key figure in this Grizzly offense now.
2nd and 7 from the 15. Wadsworth just going to stand and switch sides.
Yep, Coach Dennison wants to shorten the game, control that clock.
End of the first quarter here on Wadsworth Community Television. The Grizzlies lead it 14-0. So this injury-riddled team a year ago, the Grizzlies, loaded with 20-plus seniors in that great backfield this year, looking for some positive things to happen.
And one of the things I sat down with Coach this week and talked a little bit and asked him, how would you describe this team? And that's the very word that he used to describe them was experienced. He also said they're hardworking, and you can tell, you get a sense from these guys, they are hungry. That 3-7 season last year did not sit well with them. And, there were injuries and all kinds of challenges that they had to overcome. But be that as it may, 3-7 is not acceptable. And these seniors really took it to heart. They worked hard in the weight room all winter. They got strong. They're determined, and you can see that tonight. It's wonderful to watch them come out here and really have a great first quarter of football.
Special thanks go to the students and community for their continued support and contribution.
And getting a look over across the field, isn't that nice to see a full visitor stand? The Ashland
most of the Ashland
really
folks
came out tonight,
wearing the black and orange of the Arrows.
and their stands are full. And again, you mentioned all the success they've had, and this is a good program. They're used to these guys winning.
Yeah, I mentioned they've won. They made it to regional level 4 of the last 5 seasons, regional title game. It's Boffman again, stays on his feet before he's pushed back at the 10. Ashland returning half as many starters as Wadsworth with 9. And look at the numbers from their graduated quarterback, Marcus Fuller, one of the best QBs in Ohio history. He had nearly 8,000 career passing yards and 76 career touchdown passes.
Those are some impressive numbers. Big third down now, about 4 yards.
Snowball gonna get it, finds a hole, gets the first down, lowers the head and stopped just short of the goal line. Boy, Jack really wanted to pound that one in, but he'll take that.
He just came a few inches shy of doing just that, but look at his power. lowers the shoulder, covers up the ball, just lowers the boom on number 31 there, Zach Thompson. And
we're going to
almost
see
gets
Boffman again here.
Yeah, he could, or it's so close, John Kuss might just take it on the QB sneak. If he's got a crease on either side of the center, he might just go.
It'll be snowball, and he's pushed back. Did he cross the plane of the goal line? No.
No, he got stopped.
They maybe wanted to award Jack for that hard run the play before and let him get the 6, but watch this.
They got some inside penetration right there, and you just cannot have that on the goal line. Can't offensive lineman, can't let a defensive lineman cross your face.
Like number 57 was in there for Ashland.
Yep,
Ty Green, 6'3", 275, and just a sophomore on the stop. 2nd and 1, Grizzlies will try it again. This time Kuss will give to Boffman. He lowers the head, got in. 2nd touchdown of the night for Bret Boffman. And the Grizzlies, Roger, 20-0.
You couldn't write a better script here for them so far. They've done everything that they've sought to do. Their game plan's working very well. As you watch the replay here of Boffman lowering the shoulders, doing a good job, just getting what he needed.
Across.
Nick Miller leading the way. See Paladar right there helping, and good job by that offensive line, but you couldn't have written a better script for him here to start the season.
Wadsworth looking for 21 points on the night here. Escudero kicks it up, and he is 3 for 3 tonight. 21-0 Wadsworth with 10-11 to go in the first half.
Yeah, Escudero 3 for 3 on the extra points, and his kickoffs have been fantastic. So great job. And you know, it took a couple extra plays right there to get the ball in the end zone, but I think that works in the Grizzlies' favor. They're going to shorten the clock. A team like Ashland, John, they can always come back. These guys can score in bunches.
Yep.
So the more plays you run, the more time you keep the ball in your hands, the better off you are. And with a 21-point lead, that becomes even more true.
Make some noise.
One of my favorite traditions here at Artwright Stadium, you see Associate Principal Mr. Steve Moore showing the crowd a T-shirt that he will launch into the crowd with the T-shirt shooter.
The hot dog slinger.
If there was an all-star, no, if there was a Hall of Fame for T-shirt shooters, Steve Moore would be in it. I've seen him shoot them out of this stadium. He is something.
Don't forget to buy those tickets. We've got a big crowd tonight.
So 2 Ohio Cardinal Conference opponents to start the season for Wadsworth, with Worcester coming here next week. Another spread offense team. Kick stays in bounds, and it bounces up into the hands of number 3, Garrett McQuate, and a good stop by the Grizzlies.
Nick Winkler did a nice job there, getting down there and making a nice tackle. Good pop there by the sidelines.
The Ohio Cardinal Conference, which Ashland is a member of, includes Orrville, Lexington, Worcester, I mentioned, Mansfield Senior, Clear Fork, West Holmes, and Mansfield Madison.
Good teams in that league.
Orrville the favorite. Bernhard plenty of time, and he swings one out to Marquise Jones. He is fast. Down the sideline in front of the Ashland bench he goes, and that is a long yard after catch touchdown for the Ashland Arrows.
Yeah, and they, like we just said,
from their own 26.
They can score in bunches. You can see Bernhard does a good job giving that ball under duress. Just a simple pass, flips it out there to Jones, and all it takes is a bad angle, a quick move. He's shifty, and boy, he can take it to the house. So just like that, new life into the Arrows.
And we mentioned their kicker earlier, Greg Galloway. He's a good one. Number 85, the senior, gets it through. Galloway 65 extra points and 4 field goals last year.
Yeah, not a very big guy. He's only 5'10", 160, but boy, he's got a powerful leg. So, hey, by the time it's all said and done tonight, this could be a wild one here. This could be a back and forth. And you know, Ashland's gonna. This is a good football team. They can score quick.
And the Arrows are. Were 10-3 last year. Wadsworth coming off a 3-7 season, which was the first losing season under Coach Dennison since going 3-7 in '95, his first year on the job.
Yeah, a long time.
And 2 out of Wadsworth's first 3 games involved playoff teams in these Arrows and the Medina Bees in week 3. Arrows are carrying roughly 20 seniors this year, but they do feature the luxury of the larger roster that most bigger schools boast. Ashland is a Division II school. They have moved, though, in their playoff region from Division II Region 5 to Division II Region 7. Bernhardt on the night, the Ashland quarterback, now 8 out of 11 for 143 yards and that touchdown we just saw. Also threw the interception that was caught by Martise Jackson. And Martise Jackson was back there, and he just left that one go into the end zone, and wisely so.
Yeah, that took some tricky bounces right there. But Grizzlies back on offense now. And again, if they can go on another sustained drive and keep moving the chains and eating up that clock, that would be a good thing for them here. Get some momentum back.
Grizzlies going to line 2 receivers to the left, and that would be Cody Fox and Nate Winkler. And we have a flag before the snap. It's a false start on the red and white.
Yeah, we've seen a number of penalties tonight, and you'll see that every year in week 1. It's just, you know, part of it's nerves, part of it's just, you know, learning what you need to do and doing it under pressure, and so they'll get those taken care of. 4th
penalty of the night on Wadsworth makes it 1st and 15 from their own 15. 9:50 to play in the first half. This is Snowball. And didn't get much of nothing on that one.
You know, the Grizzlies got to keep going now. They got it. That offensive line's got to keep coming off and making those holes. See Tavanello right there and Boffman. Jack sidesteps one, but there's 3 or 4 other white shirts right there to meet him. So get those big guys up front going here.
Nick Tavanello playing on offense, the left guard position. Division I honorable mention, All-Ohioan on the football field last year. Kuss looking to throw, has nobody, backs up, he's gonna get sacked. 55-41. Seth Shakely and Spencer Cooper there to bring Kuss down on a huge loss.
Yep,
that's just downfield coverage.
Yep, little bootleg there. They fake one way, come back the other, and just good coverage down there. And John was going to throw it, but wound up holding the ball and then just protecting it. And big play now for Ashland. You can feel that momentum swinging, and now the Grizzlies in a tough spot here. They're backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, 3rd and 23.
Speaking of Nick Tavanello, looking at a picture of Big Bob. Bobby Jones, another Wadsworth 2-time state champion. Wow, Kuss fell down and then flipped it, but in high school, you're down, you're down.
Yeah, he was down, so that was a tough series here.
Here's a replay of it. You watch Kuss, he
Yep.
fell, knees down. He tried to flip it to Snowball.
Yeah,
but
tried to improvise, but a lot of times that happens if he's tripping over the foot of a lineman.
Going to see the first punt of the night from senior Mitch Gordon, who did a nice job last year filling in after Snowball got hurt. Mitch averaged 35 yards per punt last season as a junior. It goes over his head for a safety. 2 points to the Arrows for that one, and it'll be 21-9. And the Grizzlies will have to free kick it to the Arrows.
They're going to have to regroup now. They got to settle down. And special teams are always tough. Week 1 especially. You know, no matter how many times you try to do them live, it's really hard to simulate game conditions. And you can have a couple surprises like that, especially in week 1. So Grizzlies are okay. They just got to regroup here. They're going to have to give the ball back to Ashland. And defense got to regroup, come out here and stop them or get a turnover. Man, that's tough. Mitch Gordon there, that's your first punt of the year when your heels are on your own end zone line. That makes it all the more challenging, so that's okay. You gotta regroup. Take a deep breath. You're all right. Come back at him now.
Mitch Gordon also, you remember last year, well, you may not remember, but I'm going to tell you. He had 7 punts inside the 20-yard line last year, so.
He did a great job punting last year, and I don't know if I remember correctly, he didn't start the season as the punter, but
no,
really,
it was Jack.
Jack did, yeah. He stepped in and did a great job. So looks like the Grizzlies are going to kick this one off. The strong leg here of Luis Escudero.
He'll play on this field 5 times with the Grizzly football team, and then how many times with Coach Johnson and the soccer team. He hits a high end-over-end one, going to be fielded at the 32, and falling down after the catch was Paul Wolf, a sophomore for the Arrows.
Paul just caught that one. It's such a high kick, and you can fair catch him if you want, but he just chose to catch it, not knowing how close the defenders were, and then he just took a knee there quickly. So great field position here for the potent offense of the Arrows. They're going to start on they've had a good field position tonight. They're starting on the 37.
10, 20, 30, 40, 44.
Bernhard kept it, runs hard before he's brought down by Mitch Gordon at the 45.
Again, Coach Karavec, defense coordinator, bringing pressure off the edge with Gordon. But Bernhard's a big kid.
Yeah.
He's not easy to bring down.
6'3", 210.
210, and he's athletic. He's a tough guy to bring down. He did a nice job picking up about 9 yards.
First down for the Arrows as Marquise Jones takes it to the Arrows 49.
Yeah, good job by Ryan Wise making a challenging tackle in the open field.
Ryan Wise, a 5'7", 171-pound inside linebacker.
Ashland right back up on the football, making their calls.
Bernhard looking. Boy, that middle has been wide open. There's Marquise Jones again, and here he goes. Still on his feet. Needs a block or two. He's got it. Touchdown, and we see a clip inside the 5. That'll bring it back.
Wow. That was really unnecessary, too. That was a good 10 yards behind the ball carrier downfield, but I think this one's coming back. It was way behind the football. That really was.
That's the same guy.
And
Same
again,
guy that called the other one.
Well, week 1, you're going to see some of those mistakes.
There's a replay.
Don't know if we'll have it, but there was no need at all for that block to be thrown. Nice job by Bernhard there with pressure again, just finding the open receiver. And then here's some shifty moves here.
Hey,
Look
right
at
here,
that.
watch it. You guys can see the TV over
Pretty
there.
moves. And I believe it's number 45 right in the right of the screen.
Right there.
And the ball carrier's already passed, and then he wound up kind of dropping down and clipping. So.
Oh, that's a bad spot.
Well, they're going to spot it at the 12. It's only a, yeah, he pushed him from behind.
Yeah. So that's,
No, they only give that a 10-yard penalty.
Yep.
There it is to Jones again, and
Wow.
Tavanello comes flying through.
That's a burst right there for a
As-
big man.
Marquise Jones, the ball
Watch
carrier.
this. This is impressive. This is why Nick's a Division I athlete. Look at this. That's a burst right there. That kid's quick. Jones is quick, and Nick just did a great job coming off the
Nick-
block, disengaging, and taking him down.
Nick Tavanello, 78 tackles last season as a junior, 4.5 sacks. Defending Division I wrestling state champion at 215 pounds. Headed to Ohio State on a scholarship. Little fade in the corner, too long for Josh Duell.
Yeah, and that was good coverage right there. John Kuss and Chester Foth
Bernhard's pass
had
is
really nice
to number
coverage right
6.
there. So Bernhard just may have seen that and just thrown it away.
Josh Duell, incomplete.
Get another down here.
Third down and
This is a big
12.
down right here, John. Third down, 12.
Ball remains.
5 minutes, 53 seconds left in the half. Boy, if the Grizzlies could hold them to a field goal try here.
They can get a first at the 2. Or
See if the Grizzlies get some pressure again.
little
There
comebacker,
it
incomplete for Brandon Nardo.
Great call there by Coach
But
Karavic.
remember, the Arrows have a great kicker in Greg Galloway, the senior.
Yeah, that's okay. At this point in the field, you'll take a field goal try. You stop the touchdown. You're going to give your offense another shot here with plenty of time.
It's going to be about a 24-yarder, make it about a 31-yarder.
Yeah, they have an experienced kicker, very talented, but again, this is the first time they're doing this
And he
this
can
season live.
boom them from out here, can Galloway. And
There
it's
it is.
blocked.
Pick it up. It's a live ball.
Great job.
Here's a
Can't-
replay.
Yeah, see
Well,
if we can see on the replay. Is
who
it
got
Nick
in
Miller?
there? If you can.
Boy, somebody knifed right through there off the corner, and
Snowball.
it's just hard
Yeah,
to.
it's just blurry there with the fast
And that-
movement of the camera.
It is, and you know, we had a few guys really that are getting those inside gaps that are getting some penetration. So it could have been a number 2 or 3 different Grizzlies that got a hand on that one, but that is a big, big stop.
What was the number 85?
Now Grizzlies with a chance to get on the board again before halftime. You got to take every opportunity you have to score against these guys.
Galloway that was kicking it.
So another play action fake. Kuss going to keep it. Steps to the inside across the 20-yard line.
Yeah, nice pickup though. That's a nice pickup. That's what the Grizzlies want to do. About 4-5 yards on first down. They'll take that every time.
That touch, that clip.
Clock's running, but that's okay. They got time.
Gains about 4 on the play. Brings up second down.
Even with just a ground attack approach, they got time to get down the field now.
8 for 81.
They want to get in and out of the huddle though. You don't want to take too much time in the huddle. Get in there, call the play, get out, get up and go.
Kuss, the leading rusher for the Grizzlies tonight. 8 carries for 81 yards. 5 minutes remain first half. And Kuss going to keep it again himself to the 27-yard line.
Just a little snap. Now you see the Grizzlies. They like this because you got everybody blocking. See Big Nick Tavanello doing a good job right there. Jack Snowball throwing a nice block. And use the strong legs of John Kuss. 3rd and 1 right here.
Boffman and Snowball in the eye. It'll go to Snowball. He bounces it outside for the first down. Chasing him and pushing him out of bounds is Tyson Vogel,
Nice
a
run.
junior linebacker.
Boy, we've seen Jack do this a couple times tonight. Now look, the hole's inside. It's an ISO play inside, but he sees that jammed up. The defensive end turns his shoulders in. Jack sidesteps and hits the corner. Nice job. A little stiff arm at the end, and he gets out of bounds. Nice job.
71 yards. 71. 9 carries.
Snowball 9 carries, 71 yards tonight. So they got 150 yards rushing between Kuss and Snowball.
Now a little inside trap here with the fullback. Doesn't get much, about a yard.
Zach Thompson.
But again, the Grizzlies like to mix it up now. There's
On the stop for Ashland.
a lot of different guys going to carry the football.
Second down and 9. Ball is on the Grizzly 44-yard line.
Back to the shotgun now.
And the Wadsworth 43, it'll come, and Kuss high snap, pulls it down, keeps it, runs out of bounds at the 45.
Stop the clock.
John Kuss, the ball carrier.
You got the fans are booing there, the Ashland fans.
They wanted a flag.
They wanted a flag for a motion penalty, and the Grizzlies might have gotten away with one right there. But so third down now and about 7 yards.
Well, Grizzlies with 21 points on the board already. Last season, Grizzlies averaged just 17 a game, and had it not been for that 41 points against Barberton at the Game 10 at the end of the season, they would have averaged about 14. Grizzlies were held to single digits, scoring 3 times last season as Kuss.
Look at this.
Turnaround.
Look at
wide
this.
open field for Nick Seamy.
Look at that.
And Seamy holds on to it. Inside the 30 he goes. His helmet comes off, and there's a flag.
Oh. Boy, if that's a face mask and we can tack on to that, that is a huge play. What a great call.
Personal foul, face mask on the arrows.
Boy, tacking that on, I'll tell you, that is a huge play.
Here's why the helmet came off. And
John, I love this. Look at this little throwback screen
Yep.
to the tight end.
And Seamy,
He is, look
he's,
at that, boy.
he's
That's
that
a-
kind of that forgotten X factor is Seamy.
and you can see he's athletic, he's big, he's
Yep.
strong. That's like a big bull once he
Watch
gets
here.
loose in the open field, and there's the face mask right at the end, and boy, they pulled his helmet off, so what a big play. That is a great play right there.
Another glaring stat from last season, Roger. The Grizzlies had 14 points or less 6 times out of their 10 games. And
I'd love to see him add a
And-
touchdown right here before halftime.
Grizzlies also had 9 kids who had some type of surgery. So the injuries last year. Snowball, nice move to the middle. Puts the head down,
Look at
bounces
that.
off.
Look
Touchdown,
at-
Jack Snowball.
Wow.
So-
Penalty late, too. The play came in late.
We've got 2 touchdowns by Boffman, 2 by Snowball. We'll see what the call ends up being here.
What a run. Wow.
Personal foul again on the arrows. They'll
Somebody losing their cool at the end. But look at this. First of all, look at the hole. Look at John Hamblin driving his guy out. You could have drove a truck through that. And then look at our running back truck their defensive backs. Keep his legs moving all the way into the end zone. Great job.
Big John Hamlin, number 71.
Oh, that was wonderful. I love to see those linemen coming off the ball like that. Coach Flaherty doing a great job coaching those guys up front and getting that movement.
Hey, Dale.
All right, Luis Escudero on to attempt the extra point.
And it's blocked. Flying through there was number 3 for the Arrows, Garrett McQuaid, a great special teams player for the Arrows.
They made a great play right there. And every point, John, you want every point in a game like this.
Here's a replay of the block. You watch number 3 untouched.
Yeah, he comes off the edge. And you know, the timing on that play is so important between the snap and the holder and the kicker. As you get a good look at John Kuss and Big Nick Seamy there. But that timing is so important. That play is designed to leave that end guy go, make him run wide, and you got to get it off. And in practice, they time that all the time. And they tell you if it's slow, somebody's got to speed it up. It's either the holder, the kicker, somebody's got to speed it up, or the snapper.
So Snowball gets the rushing touchdown. He'll have a lot of those this season. And Block kick makes it 27-9. Then you forget about Snowball, Roger. He's also a great receiver in addition to running the ball. So, you know, he'll line up in that slot. We've seen that quite a few times tonight.
Yeah, you can. He's got so many talents. He's a good blocker. He's a good runner. He's a good. You know, he catches the ball well, and boy, it's just so nice to have him back in that Grizzly offense.
And Big John Hamlin going to have a seat and a drink of water down right in front of us,
Well,
taking over after taking after his brother Josh, who was a great Grizzly football player.
Yeah, we mentioned the weight room and everything, and John was one of those young men that
There he is.
got in
Number
that weight room.
71,
You should watch the
52 is John
kickoff.
Roberts.
Oh, he touched the line.
Jones, he's touched the end zone line, so that one's down. But one of those guys that got in that weight room, got big, added some muscle, not just weight, but muscle. And,
There's the Hogs. Look
there they
at
are.
him.
Derek Mackey there, and John Roberts, the center. But yeah, those guys get a nice drink of water, and Jack Snowball over there telling him, hey, good job. Nice holes. It's easy to run through holes like that.
All
Nobody
right.
appreciates that more than Jack.
Arrows, 3 minutes is a lifetime for this type of offense. So there's Jones. Look at him. He just juked Jackson and got a few more yards until Mitch Gordon came there and stopped it. Here it is.
And boy, we got nice pressure again. I think this is Nick Miller coming in right there and lowering the boom on Bernhard. But nice pursuit to the football. That's how you take care of a guy like Jones. You put as many shirts around him as you can. Limit his space.
2nd and 3 from their own 27. The Ashland Arrows have it. Snap goes back. Hit as he's throwing it was Bernhard. Pass intended for the speed demon Cosmo Kruger, the junior wide receiver, and incomplete. Watch the hit.
It's Nick Miller again, but he has been very active. Look at him blowing that block, driving that tackle back onto his heels. That is a great play, boy. And they had an open curl right there, and Bernhard just couldn't get it to him.
Nick Miller, 6'1", 231-pound senior defensive tackle.
I'll tell you, he's having a night so far. Very active.
Long throw over the middle, a little too long for Josh Duell.
That was a heck of an effort for that kid.
Yeah, good job by the Grizzlies secondary converging there, and just hoping they might get another interception off a tip.
Number 6 there for the Arrows, Josh Duell. You spell his last name D-U-E-W-E-L, Duell.
And you know I always listen to you pronounce those names first because you accuse me of being Doug Deacon
Right.
and butchering everybody's name. I'm gun shy now.
Well, first punt for the Arrows. It'll be the quarterback, Zach Bernhard, to punt it away. And he booms one high and deep. Fair catch called for by Kuss at the 34. The Grizzlies will take over and conservatively take care of the ball in this last 2 minutes and 19 seconds of the first half.
Yep, there's Coach Dennison sending in the play there with Winkler, but Coach calls all the offensive plays and calls them well. Boy, he's had a few key calls tonight. And, see what approach they take now. I wouldn't be surprised if they 2 minutes, 19 seconds left.
Swing pass and Snowball, maybe.
See what they're going to do here.
Little swing pass right here. Look at it, got trips on here.
Give to Boffman to the 38-yard line.
Boy, and this one almost broke. Just kind of got tripped up right there.
So a
But
good
he
block
almost
there
popped
by
through.
big Brandon Paladar, number 55. He was an honorable mention Division I All-District player last year. His brother, another great Grizzly, Jake Paladar.
Jake was a very good football player.
There's a swing pass out to Snowball to get him in the open field, almost intercepted by Gabe Bradshaw, junior linebacker. Ooh.
Boy, he made a nice read on this.
There's
and
not enough mustard on that pass. Look, he kind of wobbled it, and that
That was a good read by that linebacker as well. He saw Jack square up and get ready to catch that ball, and he just put that thing in forward and almost came up with an interception for a touchdown. So 3rd down and 6 right now.
There's a draw to Snowball, lowers the head. Nice stop though, made by number 41 of the Arrows, Spencer Cooper.
Now we're gonna wind up. You're gonna see the replay on the draw play. Just a little fake pass, then you hand off, and it's a nice tackle there by Spencer Cooper. But now the Arrows are gonna get the ball, John. They got a minute 29. We saw this offense can score in a play, so they're gonna call timeout. They're gonna. I'm sure they're talking up offensively what they're going to do. They already run a fast-paced offense, so the 2-minute drill is nothing new to them. And so they've got a chance here to get back on the board before halftime and get some more momentum. Grizzlies special teams, looks like John Yagi out there. And they've got to have a good snap, good punt. Get at least make the Arrows go a considerable distance here, make them work.
Welcome Mrs. McKenzie's 2nd grade class from the award-winning Lincoln School. Welcome Mrs. McKenzie's 2nd graders.
The Grizzlies have their instructions now, heading back out onto the field. Mitch Gordon will drop back to punt.
And the Arrows will have Marquise Jones, their speedy all-purpose player, back there. And Gordon kicks a high one, fair catch called for by Austin Bouquet, a junior.
Again, I'm glad you said that first.
Bouquet.
Bouquet.
Fielded by Austin
All right. Well, Bouquet caught that ball well. He's put his Arrows in business at the, looks like going to be about the 27-yard line, 28-yard line. Grizzly defense on the field, getting instructions from their coordinator, Coach Rob Karovic. And here we go. Arrows got their play, coming right out, lining up, spreading their receivers all over the place.
5 of them. Hard throw, down on his knees, making the catch for the first down is number 12, Brandon Nardo.
This is a good catch. I didn't know if this ball hit the ground or if Nardo got his hands on it underneath it, but
he got it.
That's a great effort.
Clock continues to roll. Bernhard gonna throw it again.
Yeah,
Offside's gonna be called.
Good. And this is what you want. Something here, disrupt their rhythm.
Or I should say illegal motion there, not offsides on.
Whatever it is, I'm just happy. It's disrupting the rhythm right here. It's making them slow things down, giving the defense a time, catch their breath. Coach Karovic getting the instructions in. Might want to come with pressure here. And you can see the Grizzlies done a nice job of mixing their coverages up.
4th penalty of the night for Ashland, 1st and 15. Bernhard rolling out of the pocket, throwing long to his left, and that one was incomplete to Nardo. And getting there late was C.J. Edwards, and he did not touch the receiver till he was down trying to catch that ball.
The Ashland fans calling for a pass interference, but really that pass just got away from Bernhard there and was wobbling. It kind of threw a duck, and so it's going to bring up a 2nd and 15. And boy, the Grizzlies would love to get some of that pressure on him again. Get somebody in his face.
Up high it goes, almost intercepted. Double coverage on Marquise Jones there, and nice diving try there by Ryan Wise.
Yeah, Ryan almost came up with this tip ball, and that's why you always hustle when you're on defense. You always hustle to the football because you don't know when those opportunities are going to come up, and Ryan was hustling. He almost made a huge play. So now we got a 3rd and 15. See if these guys are going to fire one downfield or maybe run a little screen.
Comes the pressure. It's there. Thrown wild over the middle. Intercepted. Intercepted by Tyler Perry, and he takes it to midfield.
Yeah, and again, look at the on the run quarterback. Can't see who was that. Martese Jackson, I think,
Yeah.
with the pressure. But again, on the run, making him throw off his back foot, making him uncomfortable, and they've done a great job of that tonight. So a big turnover is going to stop this last Ashland drive.
Secure the score at 27-9 for the half. There you take a look at the senior Tyler Perry.
Great play by Tyler, and he caught the ball at its highest point. Went up there and took it out of the air. Great job.
Deeper than the deepest.
That's one of my.
Yeah, one of your favorite terms.
Old.
Oh, wow, nice.
Oh.
There's the hands of Snowball making a great catch. Hung out to dry over the middle, and he.
Yeah,
Here
you
it is.
mentioned that earlier. That's just that little fake inside handoff, and then Kush stands tall, finds Snowball. He makes a nice catch. Always dangerous when he's in that secondary.
Surprised you see the Grizzlies passing the ball there.
Yeah, but you know, Coach Dennison, he knows this team can score points. He's going to be aggressive and keep trying to score as many points as he can.
Jack Snowball walking up to the huddle there, kind of shaking the hand like he got it dinged on that last play or something. His left hand.
Yeah, he looks like he's okay now.
Sees Jack there, number 5, at the outside of the huddle there.
Yeah, Coach Dennison in the huddle now, telling him what we do. Here's the next play, and when we get that first down, here's what you need to do. Whether it's get up on the ball, with spike it. They're talking 2-minute drill now, and they practice this all the time as well.
He's got 263. Is that what you have? You keeping a running total?
38.7 to go, 1st and 10 from the 33. Goes to throw, he does it, and almost intercepted, then almost caught. You see number 17, Jake Wolf, the senior defensive back, almost intercepts. Went through his hands and almost caught by Nick Seamy.
Yep. Grizzlies lucky there, and yeah, you're right. It almost did get tipped to Seamy. So Grizzlies live to fight another day here. 2nd down, 10, and a good job by the offensive line protecting Kuss on that last pass.
2nd and 10 now from the 33. Kuss to the 30-yard line.
Okay, Grizzlies might go timeout now.
And they do.
Stop the clock. Here's the replay. Little inside handoff there to Boffman. Like Roberts there, Paladar, nice blocks. Derek Mackey looked like he buried his guy right there. Good job. Let's see what Coach Dennison cooks up there here for 3rd and 7.
There you take a look at the home crowd.
Great crowd tonight. Great night tonight. What a fun night to open up the season. Good opponent. I always love high school football. It's always nice when high school football is back.
Thank Cleats for the donation of food in the hospitality room. Remember to stop at Cleats. Come see Grill tonight after tonight's game. Cleats wings
And we're glad you could join us here on WCTV for another season of Grizzly football. And just a reminder, you can, if you don't catch Grizzly football games on your television set every Friday night or Saturday or Sunday, you can always go to my.pegcentral.com, the WCTV on-demand website, and watch all WCTV programs, including Grizzly football. Kuss got a run out of trouble, big hole up the middle, scampers away from a couple defenders inside the 20, Grizzlies do have another timeout, and they take it with 16.9 to go in the first half.
Yeah, now you can, nice job here by John, making something out of nothing. Looks like they were going to run a screen, but he turned and looked. You got too many white shirts over there. He did just what you're supposed to do. Tuck that ball, run, get what you can get. And again, you get him in the open field. He is a dangerous runner. And Grizzlies now with the ball in the 19, you know, you got a field goal kicker with Escudero that's got some leg to him, and they got a chance to get some more points on the board.
Kuss with that 11-yard run, now over the 100-yard mark rushing on the night in the first half. He has 101 yards rushing.
Yeah, excellent first half. I'll tell you, all the way around. Great job here by the Grizzlies, and if they could add some points, whether it's a field goal, anything, a touchdown, man, it would go a long ways. They're going to get the ball in the second half to start out, if I'm not mistaken, and great first half here.
See what they've got drawn up here with clock winding down here in the first half. Kuss rolling out to his right.
Get rid of it.
And almost throws an interception. Pressure was coming from Gabe Bradshaw, almost intercepted by an arrow over in the corner.
Good pressure there by number 36 for Ashland. Gabe Bradshaw did a great job. So see what Escudero can do here. He's got see where the ball is going to be spotted. It's going to be a long field goal, but boy, if he can get his foot into it like he has a couple of those kickoffs, he can make this.
Be about a 36-yarder. And a timeout going to be called.
Ashland, I think, is.
Yes, by the Arrows.
Yep, that's okay. Gives Escudero a little chance to get on the field, whatever routine he's going to establish. He's new to kicking here, so think of what routine he needs to do. Talk about the protection now.
Well, during this timeout, maybe we could take a look at the Grizzlies' schedule for this season. As I mentioned, next week we'll be right back here, and the Worcester Generals will come to town. Then you see a tough one at Medina. They should be awfully good this
game.
year.
Yep.
And then you see that Suburban League schedule there, that rough stretch of, boy, Green, Copley, Talmadge. Week 6, 7, and 8, that's going to tell you a lot. A lot of people picking Talmadge and Copley to be at the top, and a lot of people saying don't count out your Grizzlies.
No. So, yeah, it's going to be a battle there, and it's nice, John. We got a lot of home games early on. With hopefully we'll,
yeah, we got 4 of the first 5 at home and then 4 of the last 5 away.
Yep, so hopefully we'll get some nice weather, some more nights like tonight, and that would be great for the Grizzly faithful.
Well, they're going to redecide on that field goal try and maybe run a last pass play or two, another timeout for the Arrows.
Yeah, kind of see what's going on now. The Grizzlies were going to line up to kick, and they had one plan. Grizzlies came out to run a play. They call timeout, and they'll make another plan. So, yeah, could just be one last, long pass into the end zone, try to get a pass interference or a tip ball or something like that.
Prostate Cancer Awareness Month. Prostate cancer strikes 1 in 6 men. All men 45 or older.
And the other thing, John, you got Kuss. If he drops back and if it's not there, you always have him take off. Take off and see what you can do. He's a dangerous runner.
Prostate cancer, one play at a time. For more information, go to www.firstfridayfoundation.org.
So a rarity in that both teams using a lot of their timeouts in the first half. You don't see that too often, but Arrows were maybe waiting to see how the Grizzlies lined up the play there. Now they're back to try a field goal again. So they went field goal, no, run a play, now back to field goal.
I think that's Escudero saying, Coach, I can make it.
36-yarder about.
37 now. He's got it.
It's up, it is straight, and it is good.
Wow, all right. Wow.
He booted that, and it had more than that in it. With 5.8 seconds to go, Wadsworth goes up by 3 touchdowns, 30-9.
Outstanding. 30 points in the first half. Outstanding. That was great. I'll tell you, Luis Escudero, he's made some big plays tonight. Yeah, like I said, boy, it sounds like a lot, 30-9, but this Ashland team, when you can throw the football like they can, you're never out of a game.
Nope.
They can score that quick. And I'm sure they'll pull out all the stops in that second half. This is an experienced team. This is a team that has won big the last 5 years.
Yep.
Don't expect these guys to lay down.
They've got that great passing game with Bernhard. Not a lot of varsity experience at the quarterback position, but he looks like he knows what he's doing, and he's got some great receivers.
Yeah, he made
go along
some
with
really
it.
good reads and where he was getting pressured. But I'll tell you, you really got to credit that Grizzly defense, too. They've done a great job tonight.
And it's going to be a squibber by Escudero. Picked up at the 20. All kinds of red jerseys there to end the first half with Wadsworth leading it 30-9 after this first half. So glad you could join us here on a beautiful night at Art Wright Memorial Stadium for game number 1 of the 2011 Wadsworth Grizzlies football season here on WCTV. We'll tally up all the statistics for you. You can sit back and relax and watch the Wadsworth Grizzly marching band, and we'll be back for second half action. Back for the second half. Wadsworth leads at 30-9, and Roger, go ahead with the first half stats there.
For Wadsworth, 15 first downs. We got no turnovers, 4 penalties for 25 yards, rushing yards 208 yards. John Kuss is the leading rusher at the half, 12 carries for 101 yards. Jack Snowball has 11 carries for 88 yards. Really, when you add the Grizzly rushing yardage up, 208 yards. Bret Bofton has 8 carries for 19. So defensively, the Grizzlies came up with 2 interceptions for Ashland, 9 first downs. They had 3 turnovers, 1 fumble, 2 interceptions, 4 penalties for 38 yards. Total yards for Ashland, 217. 203 of those yards coming through the air, and their leading passer is Bernhard with 11 for 22 for 203, but 2 interceptions. And the telling stats, John, to me, Wadsworth 15 first downs. You've got Kuss over 100 yards rushing already, and Snowball at 88 at just the half. So you're going to have to see the Arrows getting aggressive here in the second half, and like we said, they are ever dangerous, and as we saw in the first half, they can score quickly, so could be a wild one here in the second half.
Grizzlies will get the second half kickoff, and Martise Jackson picks it up at about the 3 and takes it, spins to the 20.
Yep, Grizzlies fortunate now to get their offense right back out on the field as you watch the replay of Martise Jackson scooping that ball off the turf and making a nice dash to the 20-yard line before he's brought down. But Grizzlies fortunate to start the second half with the ball, and love to see him go on a nice sustained drive here and get some more points. You want to keep going. Keep up that intensity.
First play of the second half has Mitch Gordon moving and Snowball running, and he just got tripped up across the 30. He knew he was starting to break free.
He did. He almost went for a big gain before quarterback linebacker Zach Bernhard brought him down. So nice tackle there.
That was a big ball.
Yeah, nice job by the Grizzly offensive line, and doing a good job here all night thus far.
First down rushing, and Kuss going to keep it. Go around the left end. Another first down to the 45.
Bernhardt again on the tackle, but again, what a nice job the Grizzly coaches did as you watch the replay. You can just see their attack, how they come at you. They've got a three-headed monster in the backfield with this running game, and you know, the big key component beyond the skill of these running backs and quarterback is this offensive line. These guys have done a stellar job tonight, coming off the football, blowing holes, staying on their blocks, blocking hard to the whistle. Everything that you want out of the offensive line, they've produced tonight.
2 plays, 2 first downs. Now Boffman into Ashland territory to the 48.
There's the other monster right there with a big fullback, and so hard, you know, when you prepare for a team, when they have weapons like that, you can load the box, but when you have different guys carrying the ball like the Grizzlies do, and you have well thought out schemes where, you know, every play looks like another play, and it's really hard to tell in a split second who has the ball, and Grizzlies really attacking all the different areas, the perimeter, inside, outside, making it work.
2nd and 3, first down for Snowball and the Grizzlies, down to the 41.
You can watch here's the inside ISO play. You got the fullback going to the linebacker, and then Jack Snowball following that closely and exploding through the hole and driving his legs on contact, doing all the great things you want running backs to do. And when you have that good running game, John, and then you throw a play-action pass, you fake the run and usually get somebody wide open. And that's how you can make some big plays in the passing game.
Grizzlies marching right down the field. Snowball. Boy, he really is picking it up here now. He really does a great job in seeing the holes and getting through them.
And as you can see, Nick Tavanello pulling right here and throwing a nice trap block, buckling the knees of Zach Bernhardt. But you're right, and you said it in the first half too, John. He is a workhorse type back. He gets stronger as the game goes on, and you know it's such all those little nuances that make a great running back. And you can see Jack has many of those.
Now it'll be the toss sweep to Snowball. Jumps over one of his own players, makes something out of nothing there.
Yep, and again, positive yards is what the Grizzlies are always looking for, especially on first down. Such a key down. Get 2, 3, 4 yards on first down. You can see Simi blocking out there on the perimeter, as was Cody Fox, receiver, doing a good job. You need those receivers to block downfield. You need those receivers to be tenacious and stay on their blocks as long as they can.
Snowball.
Give you big runs.
Jack with 29 yards rushing. Matt Vickers, senior wide receiver, brought the play in. And it looked like Derek Mackey jumped a little early there, and the Grizzlies will go back 5.
Yep. And again, you're going to see week 1, you're going to see some of this stuff, and you always see a little less week 2, a little less week 3, and offensive linemen, you know, you come up to the line, you got a lot to think about. You're thinking about the play, you're thinking about who you have to block. You got to remember the snap count, you got to watch for any adjustments, you got to listen for line calls. There's a lot of things going on at the line of scrimmage that you have to think about.
People put their sweatshirts on. Nice pitch. Go. Oh.
Snowball gets knocked high up into the air, but down to the 27. Here it is.
Yeah, now here's a little option look. They fake the inside handoff to Boffman, and they go option there, and you see the quarterback is going to run it or pitch it. He gets a defender in his face, he pitches it out, and Jack gets knocked topsy-turvy there, but another positive gain for the Grizzlies. 3rd down and about 5.
Makes it 2nd down and 5 for the Grizzlies.
Cook's going to keep it, and
Ooh, face
that's
mask.
a face mask. They're going to call it. But that
It's gotta be a face
number
mask.
17, Jake Wolf, was the scout there on John Kuss. He had nobody but Kuss on that play, and he saw that coming.
He did a good job. Now, this is a little bootleg. They're going to go motion. Fake the handoff. Now come back the other way with the lineman pulling. And he did a nice job of reading that coming up, but looked like he got a piece of the face mask, but I'm not sure. It looked like the referees may have called something else as well. But that's a good defensive play. It's going to be against the Grizzlies. It looks like their Ashland coaches are motioning to decline whatever penalty it is.
Wait, why are they moving it back? Oh, and then the penalty would have been from the other.
All right, so it's going to be replay third down, it looks to be.
Holding penalty against the Grizzlies.
No, they're moving it to fourth down now. So fourth down, and Grizzlies are in that territory now.
Yeah.
Punt really doesn't help you a whole lot unless you down it inside the 5, so they're going to go for it here.
Nice pattern run there, and it was caught by Nate Winkler on a little slant to the inside and getting the job done. Kuss to Winkler.
That was great. Little 3-step drop. John stands tall, delivers on rhythm. Winkler makes a nice catch, finds a hole. Looks like the safety took a wrong angle right there. And Winkler almost gets into that end zone. Great job.
1 yard line.
99 yards passing for John Kuss tonight. And that's something, boy. They get that balanced offense going.
You don't have to pass a ton, but if you can just work enough in there to keep defenses honest, makes them ever more dangerous.
Martese Jackson now in there at tailback in the full house backfield. He gets it and gets the touchdown. Martese Jackson, the sophomore tailback, his first score of the season, and that makes it 36-9.
Yep, great job. Great way to start the second half. Again, you want to get the knockout punches in now. You want to take away Ashland's any motivation they got at halftime. You just took it away. You just knocked the wind out of their sails, and you want to just keep going.
Martese 5 touchdowns as a freshman last year. Escudero's kick boomed through to make it 37-9.
Escudero's PAT is good. Flags on the play.
Got some more laundry on the field here.
It's against.
Looks like offsides against Ashland.
Here's the replay of the touchdown.
There it is, just another inside isolation play. Nice lead block there by the fullback Boffman, and Martese Jackson into the end zone for his first touchdown. But, you know, we said last year one of the silver linings in that tough season was the emergence of John Kuss as a quarterback. Also remember, you've got Martese Jackson. As you watch the referee signaling the penalty there, you had Martese Jackson, who got a lot of experience, did a great job as a freshman.
That penalty is declined, and that makes the score 37 for the Grizzlies and 9 for the Ashland Arrows.
And boy, he's going to be good too this year. And you got another running back, another tailback that you know you can depend on, and that you can never have enough of those.
Well, they're going to come back out and re-kick it?
They said the Grizzlies declined. But it might be an instance where they can't decline it. It was an offsides. Maybe the kid lined up in the neutral zone, or
dead ball foul
Yep.
before the PAT attempt, so it'll have to be re-kicked.
So it's now back to 36-9, and they're going to have to re-kick it.
give Escudero another shot at it. A little more practice here in game conditions.
It's amazing when you just. They're going to go
36-9, Wadsworth leads it. And see Coach Dennison.
Offside penalty indicated against Ashland.
Now the ball's going to be backed up or moved up.
This offside penalty has been accepted by the Grizzlies.
Now they'll go for 2. So it's 36-9. Our scoreboard reads third. There we go. Grizzlies just going to say the heck with this kicking business. Let's try for 2. And they give it to Boffman. He jumps over the pile and gets it in.
Boy, that was great effort there by Boffman.
38-9. Wadsworth leads with 6:42 to play in the third.
The big man, 5'10", 214 pounds, going airborne. Look at that. Good job breaking that pane of glass goal line for another Grizzly 2-point conversion. Well, it's 38-9. Grizzlies, boy, you just can't get a better start than that. This was a great way to start the season.
Real confidence builder.
It is a real, because this was a good team coming in. This was a team that, you know, I know they lost their quarterback and we're starting with a new quarterback, and it's always good to get them week 1 when they're in that transition like that. But this, I'll tell you, offensively, great game plan and great execution, and defensively, likewise. They just put the pressure on the quarterback. They mixed up their coverages. They did some great things to cause those turnovers. And hats off to these Grizzly players and coaches. And I'll tell you, Escudero just puts that 3 yards deep in the end zone on a fly.
Yep. And this is an unusual circumstance for the Ashland Arrows being down this big in game 1 of the season. The recent trend has been Ashland beginning its season 1-0. The Arrows haven't lost a week 1 game since Scott Valentine took over the program in 2002.
Yeah, I think they're in shock now, and I think their fans are in shock, and I don't think they expected this at all tonight from the Grizzlies. So the Grizzlies came ready to go.
Here's Bernhard, tackled nicely across the 20-yard line.
Let's see who made that one.
That was Byron Brown, the move-in from a year ago.
Yeah, Byron, great job. Look at that, making penetration, getting in the backfield. Great job there. And, you know, it's nice to see their defensive line. They've had a number of kids really playing well on that defensive line tonight. It's not just one guy. You got a number of guys that are playing well.
Nice hit there on number 1, Cosmo Kruger.
Yeah, they've been physical. And speaking of another guy on defensive line, here's Nick Curvin, number 1, coming in on a little stunt. They did a little loop or twist stunt. And Nick, 5'10", 171 pounds, comes flying around the corner and
Boffman
gets a hit on the
and
quarterback.
C.J. Edwards there on the stop. 3rd and 5 from the 25. Bernhard throws it low, intended for Marquise Jones. And the Arrows will have to punt.
Yeah, and Nick Curvin again was pressuring Bernhard as he threw that ball, and you can tell they've just disrupted the whole rhythm of this Ashland offense with that pressure. And you really give credit to defensive coordinator Rob Karavic too. This was a good game plan, and they really came in, and the kids executed it well.
Martise Jackson. No, that's not Martise. That's Winkler. Winkler tucks it in and slides across the Ashland 35-yard line.
Great return there. Great return. See Nate gets by, and that's what you want to do, make the first guy miss. Picks up some nice blocks. There's Nick Curvin making a nice block. And almost took that thing back to the house, but great field position now. And boy, Grizzlies are just going to grind that clock out now. Take as much time off the clock as you can.
Martise Jackson hit hard, but a nice run.
Boy, Martise is a nice change of pace back too, isn't he, John? He can come in, he just gives you that little different, you know, he just hits that hole a little different.
A little burst of speed when he hits the hole.
He's another year older now. Last year we saw him as a freshman. He's a little bit bigger, a little bit stronger, a little bit quicker. And boy, that's it's nice to have. I'll tell you, I'll take as many good running backs as you'll give me. You never have too many of them.
He was down.
It was Miller.
Yep, that's Nick Miller, the senior fullback.
6'1", 230 pounds. We've seen Nick excel on the other side of the ball at defensive line, but there he is carrying the rock and carrying it well. Nice gain. So clock continues to run, and nothing could make Greg Dennison more happy right now. Let that clock, there's Coach watching that clock run and watching his offense grind it out.
Jackson still on his feet. Brought down at the 15, but
Jackson, the ball
I think the difference you're seeing here tonight is experience against not so much experience. Wadsworth returning a lot of experienced players, and Ashland not so many.
Yeah, and the other thing, John, I really think that adversity last year, that 3-7, really lit a fire in those guys that are now seniors. Again, that wasn't Wadsworth football. What you know people saw last year, and you know all the challenges those guys faced and that team went through, and all the hardships. I think it really made these guys stronger and really determined to come out tonight and open the season with a big win against a tough opponent.
And they punch it in here. They're well on their way to doing that and delay a game.
Yeah. And I just can't say enough about the offensive line. Those guys have done a great job as you watch the referee, but just watch John Hamblin on that play. Just blocking hard until the whistle, staying on those guys and just being so determined. And I know that's going to make Coach Flaherty very happy, and they're just playing very hard up front, and they're playing well together. So really give a lot of credit to these offensive linemen. They've done a great job tonight.
2nd and 13 now from the Ashland 20. And Miller has it down to the 15 or so.
Nick Miller, the ball carrier.
Bring up a 3rd down now and about 8.
And we have 3 minutes left here in the 3rd quarter.
About 5 brings up 3rd down and 8. Ball is now on the Ashland 15-yard line.
See if the Grizzlies go to the air here or just keep it on the ground, maybe with a draw. Chris is watching the clock now. He's just, he gets a.
Jackson gets it.
He gets an idea where that clock is once the referees spot the ball, and then he knows how much time he can take off it before he has to call that snap.
Keith Renicky in on the stop for Ashland.
4th down now and about 6.
Brings up 4th down and 6 for Wadsworth. Ball's on the Ashland 13-yard line.
Two minutes remain here in the 3rd.
And again, just Grizzlies taking their time. Coast getting everybody set.
Jackson gets it again. To the 5, and he's double teamed and pushed down. Another big first down.
Yeah, and that was a nice cut that Martise made right here. I thought he was going to try to bounce it out, but he just gets north-south right there. North-south, lowers his shoulder, gets that first down. So nice run there by Martise.
The ball on the Ashland 5-yard line.
Plus the holding in the end zone with a quick foul. Those 3 interceptions. Yeah, oh yeah, the first one. It was 7-0. Yeah, that was
This is Miller. Be 2nd and goal.
Yep, just taking their time now, grinding it out. Ball's rest inside the 1-yard line.
Nick Miller, the ball carrier.
You see some second, third stringers maybe start coming in. Saw Drew Starr
Yeah,
bring the play in from the sideline.
Yep, we'll get those names to you as soon as we can, as we see them.
This is Martise. He got it in. 2nd touchdown of the night. No?
No.
Oh, I saw the guy near the referee nearest us say touchdown, and then I think someone closer to the ball said no. Here it is.
Yeah, you can see we'll get a good look at Brandon Paladar coming off the football right there.
Ty Greenman on the stop for Ashland on that play, and that brings up.
Yeah, it's going to be
You
hard
can't
there.
see
Yeah,
where
we're
the
not
ball is.
Be able to see, but that's okay. It's going to run the
What is it? 38.
clock out of the 3rd quarter and into the 4th quarter.
End of the 4th, it's 38-9. Wadsworth leading it.
Boy, what a good game for the Grizzlies tonight. Great way to start the season. Great start of the season.
Well, we'll do it again right from here next week. The Worcester Generals, another Ohio Cardinal Conference spread offense team coming in here.
Yeah, and that was good. Coach Karavik was a little worried that, you know, in their scrimmages, the Grizzlies didn't see this type of offensive attack, but, you know, they coaches did a real nice job getting them prepared for it and having the right blitzes and the right coverages and mixing things up and causing confusion. And now when you play, as you look at our cameraman up there on top of the press box.
Well, let's give us a chance to take a look at the week 1 games as far as Wadsworth's opponents are concerned. We'll look each week. We'll look at who's playing whom, and there you go. Worcester, next week's opponent, is hosting Garfield.
It'll be an interesting game.
And then tomorrow night, Saturday night, in that charity game, Medina will play Mayfield at Cleveland Browns Stadium. They'll play the afternoon ball game. Then the nightcap will be Glenville against St. Ed's. Now that's a ball game.
That's a ball game.
Well,
that will be. Yeah,
we'll go back to that in a minute. Let's see what happens here. Jackson gets it again, spins, touchdown. This time they say yes. Boy, he got spun around, but I think the knees were still off the ground.
He did.
And Martise, that little spin move, got him in.
Yeah, and they just run the isolation play with Nick Miller leading. But watch Martise. He kind of lands on the tackler, right?
Yep.
There, knee doesn't touch, and then he gets it around and gets it, breaks the plane. So nice job.
44-9 with the extra point coming up.
Yeah, you're right though. That St. Ed's game, that'll be something. There'll be some talented players on the field that night.
Whistle blows after the snap, and Escudero comes jumping out like he got his leg hit. Oof. On that kick. Boy, I saw 2 guys come slashing through there, and their number 3, Garrett McQuaid, he's the one that blocked one earlier. He's down on the ground hurt.
Yeah, that's dangerous. Those kickers get out there and they get in those positions where their legs up and they're getting
Someone's
hit.
flying
Yeah,
at you.
somebody falls on them or falls on an ankle or steps on a foot as you look at an
I
injured
don't know if we have
Ashland player.
that again, but we'll be able to see exactly what happened there. But
Yeah, this could be cramps here. This number 3 for Ashland. Garrett McQuate. Here it looks like he's okay getting helped off, but that's the other thing you see a lot in the early season, cramps. And
back to that week 1 schedule after you see Wadsworth's first 3 non-league opponents, Ashland, Worcester, Medina. Then you got the Suburban League slate there. Some familiar week 1 games. Buckeye and Cloverleaf, 2 Medina County foes.
yeah.
Lake and Green's always a good week 1
Oh,
game.
that'll be a good matchup.
Jackson
yeah.
Copley.
That's another good matchup.
Ravenna Talmadge, that's
Good
another
matchup,
good. So
there's some good games
the
tonight.
Green Wave playing at Highland.
The Green Wave of Holy Name.
And then new Suburban League entrant, Nordonia, replacing the now independent Barberton Magics. They'll have a tough opener with Maple Heights.
Yeah. All right, we're going to kick it again.
And then we got a new kicker in there. It's
That's
number
Clay
10,
Smalley. Yep,
Clay Smalley, the junior, and he makes it through as hopefully Escudero's foot or leg is okay, but it's 45-9 Wadsworth with 11:55 to go in this one.
Yep. Good job there by Clay coming in and putting that ball through, so it's nice. Grizzlies 45-9.
You have the winning ticket. Bring it to the press box on the west side.
Yeah, the most points scored in a game by Wadsworth last year was 41 in game 10.
Yeah,
when they beat Barberton 41-10.
Yeah, they came out and after all the challenges they had all season, they came out, played their best game week 10 and did a great job there and picked right up where they left off in this first game of the 2011 season. So let's see.
Well, when you get into the Suburban League and you start playing some explosive offenses like Green, Copley, Talmadge, you're going to have to put some points like this on the board if you're going to want to win.
Yes, you are. And it looks like Escudero's out to kick the kickoff here, which is a good sign.
Marquise Jones deep for Ashland. Luis Escudero to kick off.
That kickoff's going to go out of bounds.
And it'll bring it out to the 40.
Yep. John, while we get a second here, we also got the other programs in the Grizzly football family getting started here this week. On Wednesday, the middle school Grizzlies and the 7th and 8th grade teams are going to be in action. The 8th graders playing Massillon and the 7th graders playing Kent. Got the freshmen playing Massillon tomorrow.
Saw Massillon just annihilated Buchtel last night in
Yeah,
varsity
Thursday
action.
night, yeah, Thursday night game.
All right, 1st and 10 from the 35 for the Arrows. Zach Bernhard swings one out quickly to number 12, Brandon Nardo, and he's immediately hit by Anthony Pappas.
Roosevelt Sheldon from Wadsworth is the winner of $1,380 in our 50-50 drawing. Thanks for playing. $1,380 goes to the athletes in the Wadsworth City Schools.
2nd and 5. Mr. Jones out in open space trying to use his speed to make something happen. The Grizzlies are there to stop it.
Yep,
Close to a first, but he's short.
Anthony Pappas on the tackle.
Pappas, Mitch Gordon knocked him out of bounds.
Mitch Gordon helped him out.
Gain of about 8 on the play, brings up 2nd down and 2.
Looks like Jones stumbled a little bit.
Had a little trouble gaining control of that ball. He had to spend a little time doing that.
Yeah.
3rd and 2. Bernhard looking over at one of the Ashland coaches with they're doing the hand signals over there.
Yeah, coaches are calling the plays from the sideline.
Here's Bernhard. Pump
Wow.
fakes it, and then a nice stop there. Nick Curvin.
Yep. They're calling his name again. Good job by Nick. And they've just made it really tough
Zach Bernhard.
for the Ashland offense tonight to get into any kind of rhythm. When you can get that kind of pressure with your front four and disrupt the rhythm of their offense and drop the other 7 into coverage, that is a good thing. So it brings up a 4th down and 2 now. The Arrows are going to go for it.
Block. He caught it.
Nope, incomplete, they're going to say.
Yeah, ball got tipped and hit the turf, so the Grizzlies are going to take over. Now we are going to see some new faces here coming on for the Grizzlies. And we'll get those numbers to you as quickly as we could. Looks like number 75, Alex Infantino, is going to be at a lineman spot. Number 67, Hayden Frisbee, is going to be in at a lineman spot. Number 80, Matt Vickers, looks to be in one of the receiver spots here.
Eric Yetzer, the junior, comes in, wide receiver.
It's like Justin Maurer, one of the linemen.
That would be Miller. He fumbled it, and who dived on top of that? There it is.
Yeah, you can see that ball comes popping out here.
See who dove on it there. It was a big guy for Wadsworth.
That's a huge money line. Next time, hit 2 buckets.
Right here,
There's
the ball
the hit.
pops out. Yeah, we got
It's Jake Wolf that knocked it out. Big number 70, Justin Maurer, 6'2", 283.
Yeah, looks like all the Grizzly linemen were diving for the ball, and one of them alertly got on that thing and covered it up. So the Grizzlies will have second down and about 8.
In at quarterback is Matt Alec, the junior. And he tosses it to Martese Jackson, who gets nowhere. Maybe a yard.
See number 77, Kagan Long, out there at one of the lineman spots. Number 4, Mike Mooney, getting in the action at one of the receiver spots.
So ball rests on the 43-yard line of the Arrows.
Yeah, this is nice to get Matt Alex some snaps as the penalty flags fly.
Matt Alec, the JV quarterback in Wadsworth's system.
Jackson, the ball carrier.
6'1", 161-pound junior. Getting some good reps here tonight.
It's going to be 4th and 9.
Grizzlies probably going to try to punt this thing, but these are always difficult too because you got your substitutions going on. We'll see if they're going to send the
Punt unit
out. And just trying to always count bodies now whenever you switch, and
that's what
sure you got
Boffman
11.
and Gordon are doing.
Yeah.
They're both counting heads.
Yeah.
And we have a flag.
How many guys are on the field here?
Delay a game.
Okay, all right. And that, again, that in this situation, that's okay. These are a good time to get these things worked out. You get another snap and another punt here. It's the good opportunities to work all these special teams plays.
And to the 25 it rolls, where Ashland will have it with 9:06 to play in the game.
Got an update from the Nordonia Maple Heights game.
Arrows take over first and 10.
Maple Heights 41-7.
Not a surprise.
Yeah.
Remember to bring your can and box foods to all home games. For each food donation, you have a chance to win an autograph.
We're looking at those rushing statistics tonight. Jack Snowball, 136 yards rushing. John Kuss, 110 yards rushing. Outstanding.
Worcester's up on Garfield 47-13, so kind of like this one.
Like this one.
Next week's opponent, Worcester.
Ooh, that'll be fun. Right back here at Arkwright Stadium. Got some substitutions in defense, on defense now.
Little floater thrown up in the air. It was over the line of scrimmage, intended for Marquise Jones, incomplete.
Looks like number 14, Eric Yetzer, is in at a cornerback spot. Looks like Winkler, Nate Winkler's at safety. Number 45, Nick Winkler, looks like he might be getting in there at a linebacker spot.
See a lot of the faithful heading out with 9 minutes to play, and the Grizzlies up by 36 points.
You know what? I give them credit that they're still trying to do something.
Bernhard in trouble, has nobody, and he'll take the sack.
That was a great job by Connor Van Fleet. Connor really, he kind of missed him the first time, but boy, he just kept after him and wound up being rewarded with a sack there. Connor Van Fleet,
Sophomore defensive tackle.
6 foot, 187 pounds. Great job there. Way to be tenacious. Looks like 67, Hayden Frisbee also in there at a defensive line spot. Brad Virgin getting in at a linebacker spot.
Throw over the middle, intended for Ryan Sullivan, a senior wide receiver for Ashland.
Colin Abel getting in there at the middle linebacker spot. Colin did a nice job on that play, jamming the receiver and disrupting his route. Helping make that incompletion. And it's going to force another
Bernhard
arrow
punt. Fair catch called for, and off the hands of Winkler it goes. He better dive on it. He does. And now they're going to say he never had control of it, and that Worcester came in and drilled him away from the ball, and it'll be, did I say Worcester? Ashland. I'm sorry, thinking about next week already.
Yeah, that's okay. The Grizzly defense will stay on the field, but that was a tough one. That was a very high punt, and looks like he just came in a little bit too much.
You had that in here. I had it in my two carries in this wall. I had it right here. Hey, we're raffling us off. We're raffling us off. Who is this? Who is this?
All right, 1st and 10. So Jones has the ball. He's brought down
You want it?
by Nick Curvin in the backfield. Nice job.
You just get your
Marquise
copy.
Jones, the
Gonna
ball
bring
carrier,
up,
brought down by Brad Virgin.
2nd down and 11. Brad Virgin helped out on that tackle as well.
Again?
2nd down and 11.
From the 31. Bernhard whips one strong across the middle, complete
Good
to
hit.
Ryan Sullivan. And
That's
yeah,
a nice hit.
nice hit over
Ryan
the middle.
Lucer. Yeah, Ryan Lucer, 6 foot, 147 pound sophomore, defensive back, did a nice job coming up there and delivering a blow.
Against the much larger 6'6", 207 pound Ryan Sullivan.
Yeah, he did a nice job there, coming right up and making a hard tackle.
That's the first down of the right. And who was it?
First down of the second half for the Arrows. Another nice pass on the ground, caught for a touchdown by Marquise Jones.
That was a nice catch.
to make it 45-15.
Had to reach back and pull that one in. Did a nice job.
Touchdown, Ashland. Shauna Bowen, please report to the press box. Shauna Bowen, please report to the press box.
Okay, extra point. Bernhard will hold it. Galloway kicks it off the speakers of Arkwright Stadium to make it 45-16 with 6:57 to play.
Greg Galloway's PAT is
All right, this is
6:57.
get that offense back on the field, and again, this is nice because you get more guys, get some more game experience, some of them for the first time. And that's never a bad thing. It's always nice these guys go through the hard work of 2-a-days, and it's nice when you can get out in week 1 and get as many guys on the field as you can and get them a little playing time. You can see the crowd here at Arkwright Stadium. Once great is now thinned out.
Shauna Bowen, please report to the press box on the home side of the stadium. Shauna Bowen.
It's always nice when they go home happy. Nice job. You can see the big W paw and the Grizzly paw in the middle of the field there. Give credit to our athletic director, Rich Berlin, who worked so hard getting ready for these games. And also, while we have a minute, all the Grizzly medical staff there. Ron Burdett, the trainer, and Doctors Finneran and Boyer and Crawford. Here's Doc Boyer, Ron Burdett, trainer. Dr. Boyer for years has volunteered his time and supported Grizzly athletics by helping our athletes and keeping them healthy.
Galloway booms one right to the chest of Martise Jackson inside the 5. Jackson bounces it around the right side. And to the 30-yard line goes Martise with 6:48 to play.
Martise Jackson on the return.
A nice return as you watch Martise looking for that hole and then making a quick dart to his right.
Ball's on the 30-yard line.
Grizzly offense looks to be much the same as they were last series. See if we can get any new numbers for you. Handoff there is 21.
It's Scott Campbell, a sophomore.
Scott Campbell, the ball
Scott
carrier.
5'8", 174-pounder.
.615 and counting. Miller.
Nick Miller, the ball carrier.
Well, he had a good game tonight.
Yeah.
24 in on the stop for Ashland.
Grizzlies just going to keep it on the ground here, get rid of some of this clock.
Yeah, get that
Brings
clock
up about
moving.
third
Keep
down
it
and 4
moving.
for the Grizzlies.
The line of traffic is slowly winding
Moving
its
out of
way
here,
out
yep.
of the parking lot. Great night here.
That was Campbell again.
Scott Campbell, the ball carrier.
Gonna bring up a 4th down now. Grizzlies are gonna shuffle the punt unit back on.
And here comes the punt team with 4:40 left in the game. Mitch Gordon going back. He'll boot this one from about Wadsworth's 25.
On snapper Brandon Paladar. Nope, another delay a game.
Delay of game penalty against the Grizzlies.
Brandon Paladar.
Yeah, and that's
one of the starters on the line for Wadsworth. He's number 55.
Yeah, that long snapping, that's not an easy job.
4 sacks and 2 forced fumbles last year for Brandon Paladar.
Yeah, really, all those Grizzly linemen had a great night tonight.
Gordon booms a high one, and it takes a Grizzly bounce inside the 30 to the 26-yard line. 4:14 to play. Wadsworth up 45-16.
Rolls dead on about the 37-yard line of Ashland. Looking over there, 1st and 10.
Grizzly defense back on the field now. So Curvin and Frisbee and Van Fleet on that defensive line. Brad Virgin as well, a linebacker spot.
4 minutes, 14 seconds to play in this one.
Oh, there's a good tackle.
43 and Curvin were in there. It'd be Greg Young, a sophomore, in there with Nick Curvin.
Nice job by Greg. Getting his head in front, going chest to chest.
Greg Young and Connor Van
Rapping and driving.
Loss of about a yard on the play.
Tackle for a loss.
Down to 3.5 minutes to play. Still got time now. The quarterback in there now is Nick Zurcher, a sophomore quarterback for the Ashland Arrows.
Nick, 6 foot, 166 pounder.
He's up 3rd down for Ashland.
Brings up a 3rd and 11 here. It's a nice pass.
Zurcher completes it to Austin Bouquet, the
Nick Zurcher pass.
junior.
Ryan Looser defending on the play there for the Grizzlies.
Austin Bouquet. Ryan Luther in on the stop for Wadsworth, the 94 Ashland picks up 1st down.
Bad snap.
It's high, and the quarterback just pounces on it, does Nick Zurcher.
Yep, snap just goes awry there. Zurcher does the smart thing and just jumps on it.
.250 and counting. 2nd and 21 for the Arrows on their own 38.
Look like number 31, Zach Metz, coming into the game for the Grizzlies at linebacker. Zach gets a piece of that tackle along with number 6, Cody Fox.
Third to the ball carrier, brought down by number 31 for Wadsworth. Zach Metz and number 6, Cody Fox.
Nice job by Zach.
Also Zach Metz, yeah, sophomore.
3rd down and 11. Ball is on the Ashland 48-yard line.
Clock running with 2 minutes and 10 seconds left.
We're at the 2-minute warning, if there were such a thing in high school football. Another high snap. Zurcher pulls this one down. He's being pursued by Hayden Frisbee. And Frisbee there.
Great job by Hayden. You're going to see on the replay here. Doing a good job using his hands, keeping his feet moving.
That blocker held him well, but you can only hold him for so long.
Yeah, and then Hayden did a great job grabbing cloth there and bringing him down for a big sack.
1:25 to play. You know, the Grizzlies are now going to be 5-0 against the Ashland Arrows all time. And the Arrows are going to lose their first week 1 game since Coach Scott Valentine took over this Ashland team in 2002.
Great start to the season here for the Grizzlies. A lot of happy faces in that locker room tonight.
Don't know why the clock was stopped there with 1:01 to go.
Timeout. I think Ashland called the timeout here as you look at the happy Grizzlies sideline. Again, these are fun games when you come out and you execute and you play well. All that hard work from 2-a-days, all that hard work in the weight room over the winter.
All that hard work getting all the TV equipment ready so this game could be on television.
All the hard work that you did, our camera crew, and then I just show up and talk.
You are like Deacon, aren't you?
A lot of work goes into this production behind the scenes. Hard-working people like John Bernard at WCTV.
And we have the Maddings down in the truck and our camera crew, the always dependable Phil Dell. And
there was a Hall of Fame for cameramen.
A couple of interns on the cameras tonight as well. The punt is going to stop the ball at the 16-yard line, and Wadsworth can just take a couple knees here, and this one's over.
That's it. Great job.
Well,
Great
we'll
job
just
week 1.
leave everything packed up here at Cartwright Stadium, leave it all set up for next week when we'll be right back here next Friday night, and the Grizzlies will host the Worcester Generals. And what should be another good ball game.
Yeah, Worcester winning big tonight, sounds like, over Garfield. You look at John Kuss, one of the stars tonight.
14 carries, 110 yards.
Nice
he was
job.
4 for 7 for 99 yards throwing the
there
ball.
You go, and that was what we were saying. You know, with this offense, you don't have to be just pass enough.
Nothing doing there for Scott Campbell, but that should do it.
Yep. Just pass enough.
What now are they doing?
Maybe a fumble or.
Oh, yeah.
So Grizzly defense will come back on. See number 22, Jamison Williams, coming onto the field at a safety spot.
Well, Grizzlies did turn it over. It'll show up as a turnover in the box score, but, you know, not really going to hurt you here with 42 seconds left.
Nope. Let these guys come in here. See if they can keep them out of the end zone.
Don't rush home after the game. Stop at one of the many fine restaurants in Wadsworth, especially those in our program. Patronize those and support our schools. Program for coupons and visit White House Chicken, Casa del Rio, Genio's Pizza, Bid and Drink, Pizzazio.
A little slow to get in here, and timeout Ashland.
Mix up there. Our Grizzly statisticians tonight. The always colorful Coach John Gramuglia. Legendary Grizzly wrestling coach, John Thompson. Press box security, Mark Carr. good jobs tonight.
Nick Search's pass incomplete.
Incomplete pass, 37 seconds to play, and I think mercifully this one is about over.
Yeah, a lot of smiles on that Grizzlies sideline. Check out the box up here. There's our statisticians.
So 2nd and 10. Incomplete pass, 32.6.
Stop the clock.
Nick Searcher's pass intended for number 28. Remington Reynolds incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Grizzly defense trying to keep the arrows off the scoreboard one more time.
Well, there's a replay coming up with that one, but
Number 22.
see, they may just say the heck with it here. 15 seconds to play.
Brings up 4th down and 4.
Austin
And
Cocaine.
the Arrows are going to concede the victory to the Wadsworth Grizzlies here in week 1 of the 2011 high school football season. The Grizzlies come away victorious 45-16 over the Ashland Arrows.
Great start tonight. That is how you want to come out week 1. And I'll tell you, great job by the Grizzlies.